Hi guys, it's Spartan765. Today I'm answering some questions I got about the Enfield rifle. The questions are people saying, I've read on the internet the Enfield No.4 Mk.1 and No.4 Mk.2 are supposed to have a free-floated barrel. Excuse me. That is true. Is in the sense that the barrel is free floated all the way. But the one thing is that the stocks, being wooden stocks, there's as you can see, you can move the stock around because the barrel was intentionally intended to be 100% free floated. But being a wooden stock, there's no way that will really work. So the stock will at some point in the front here, because it's so flexible and it's wood, and it warps, will touch the front of the barrel. But it's not a very hard pressure, so technically the barrel is still free floated. Not truly free floated because it's touching a little bit up here, but not a hard pressure, just a very light pressure, because the wood, even right after they make them, it's not perfectly straight. It is wood, it's not like a polymer or something like that. And so that's just answering that question about the free-floated barrel. They are phenomenally accurate rifles. That really wouldn't do much for accuracy, I don't think anyway. But if you are seeing a drop as soon as I shoot this one, if I'm not seeing the accuracy I want, I'm going to show you guys how to quick bed the barrel in this rifle here to tune the barrel harmonics to make it more accurate. And that involves just shimming out with rubber bumpers right under here to make it so that the stock is evenly pressed, putting a slight upward pressure in the barrel. I'll show you guys how to do that if this rifle is not up to par, exactly 100% what I want it to be. Another question. What's the other question I got here? Oh yeah, it's regarding the stock and what to do if your stock is cracked. What you do is you watch my crack stock video. It shows how to fix that. And the next video is asking questions. People are saying, what's the difference between the No.4 Mk.1 and the No.4 Mk.2? First off, the No.4 Mk.1 was introduced, or was first manufactured in 1939, accepted into military service in late 1941, early 1942, before it was accepted throughout the entire British military. It was first issued in 41 and very widely accepted, replacing the SMLE in 1942. The difference here between the No.4 Mk.1 is the deal why a No.4 Mk.1 like this one here in its condition is worth so much, because this here is a 1943 No.4 Mk.1 from World War II. That is in near perfect condition. Perfect bore, perfect bolt, all matching serial numbers. As you can see, there's some very slight dings in the stock, nothing too bad. But out of all those No.4 Mk.1s you see out there, this is one of the best ones I've seen. That's why I bought it, and it's worth about $500 in its present condition. That's what I'm just assuming. It might be worth more. I've seen them go for as much as $1 grand. The No.4 Mk.2s were all produced after World War II. That's why you're more likely to see No.4 Mk.2s, unissued, stuff like that. If you see unissued No.4 Mk.2s, that's because right after they were made, the British government adopted the L1A1, which is a semi-automatic version of the FAL. The L1A1 is only semi-automatic because the British did not want a fully automatic weapon. They were very nitpicky on their accuracy and taking time to aim and conservation of ammunition. That is why. That's why you get a lot of No.4 Mk.2s that are unissued out there. But to find a No.4 Mk.1 in a decent condition, you have to almost get a rifle like this. This rifle here was a training rifle. Well, not really. It was used for training and marksmanship qualification, hence the P1 on the side of the stock. And instead of it just having the standard flip up peep sight where it's just two different peep sights, this has the machined adjustable ladder sight. There are No.4 Mk.1s out there that were military issue too, or that were actually used. You know, there's no way for sure of telling whether or not this was used in World War II to kill Germans. It could have been, you know, at some point, but there's a P1 on the side indicating it was a marksmanship qualification rifle. That's probably the reason the barrel's so good, is because it was never used. It probably was never used in combat and got cleaned right after it got done shooting. Other than that, that's pretty much answering all the questions I got on the Enfield. Oh, another one is the sling. Sometimes you'll see Enfields with the sling up here. Like once someone known before, the sling is not supposed to be up here. It is supposed to be right here. That's another question I'll answer. And the sights, as far as how to adjust them, hammer and punch is what I would do. They make a front sight adjustment tool out there, but a hammer and punch works just as well, I think. I'm going to be getting a bayonet for it, and I'll do a review on the spike bayonet and the blade bayonet. It's kind of a unique looking bayonet, so that will be something kind of interesting. I'm also going to be doing a range review on it to show the groupings it gets at 100 meters. You know, I'm hoping for 10 centimeter or less, obviously. That's about yay big. 100 meters. It certainly in its condition should easily be able to do that, no questions asked. But questions, comments, send me a message. Spartan765 out.